Let's get on with the auction today.
235, 240.
Every year, tens of thousands of properties are sold at auction.
Meredith's bidder, well done.
From modest 2 up, 2 downs to waterfront mansions.
We just spent over £500,000. We weren't really thinking that we were going to do that.
More and more first-time buyers are seeing it as their golden ticket onto the property ladder. But these quick buys are often far from perfect, hiding some nasty surprises.
You haven't been in? No, not yet.
Hey, let's go in. I'm Sarah Beeny and I've been buying, building and transforming homes for 35 years. And I'm fascinated by the world of auctions. In this series, I'll be offering a dose of realism.
You've got all these lovely flamey ideas and I'm pouring water on like that.
As brave new owners take their homes from derelict to diamond.
I will be moving in at the end of this month. What I'll be moving into, of course, remains to be seen.
And we'll go behind the scenes of some of the country's biggest auction houses.
Something is there that has attracted so many people.
Discovering whether property auctions are a risk too far.
You coming up?
No.
Or a great way to get the home of your dreams.
I am really proud of myself. This is my first home.
This week, from an overgrown bungalow
There was literally ivy under the wallpapers on the inside.
to a defunct Victorian library, 2 brave souls have all their savings at stake.
No, I do wonder sometimes. I'm putting all my eggs in one basket here.
Do you know what? I love a dreamer. And if you don't dream, nothing happens.
And at East Anglia Auction House, known for their remarkably diverse range of lots, what people pay on the day can be a big surprise.
So, gets a round of applause from the team and the management as well.
Thank you.
First, I'm headed to Retford, a market town in Nottinghamshire. Here, semi-detached houses go for around 180,000 and a fully detached around 250,000. In the town centre is a 100-year-old bungalow that's been abandoned for 15 years. The brave new owner is 33-year-old Laura. Owning a detached home with a huge garden was only a pipe dream for her first property, until she discovered an auction listing.
I was just doing what everyone does, just scrolling through the internet on the apps, looking for every property in sight. And then I stumbled across this. When I first come to see it, there was literally ivy under the wallpapers on the inside. The kitchen cupboards were full of very out-of-date food, which was really fun cleaning that out. So when I visited the property, which was only once, everybody else would have been like, oh no, too much work. But I could just see the size of the rooms, I could see the size of the garden, despite not really actually being able to see it. And I just thought, it's doable, anything's doable. And the guide price was 80,000. And I thought, what a steal. Then the bidding war started. I had a maxi bid in my head, which did go out the window a little bit. We went all the way to 138,000, which is what I won the property at. I was super excited, I actually cried, so it was really emotional. Oh, sorry, I'm a bit emotional now.
Laura recently moved back home to be near friends and family after 12 years abroad, working as a carer for the disabled and saving up her wages.
It was so exciting to be back in the UK and to be able to buy a property and get on the property market. So, yeah, as a first-time buyer, it's really challenging. I've never done much more than painting a wall, but so far I've done the whole demo stage. You know, I've took a sledgehammer that I got for £2 from the car boot. This has cost me hardly anything so far, and I've got it back to brick as a girl that has never done anything like this. And it's been 7 weeks, and it looks like a house now. I'd love some advice on structural things that I've stumbled across once I've pulled back plaster that I'm like, oh.
DIY novice Laura bought the bungalow for just under £140,000. She has £75,000 to spend, but that money's got to go a long way.
So, this is what you bought?
Yeah, this is it.
I mean, well, it's a project.
It's a bit of a big project. Can hopefully renovate it and be mortgage-free in my mid-30s.
Gosh, so you bought it for £140,000 cash.
Yes.
Okay, so tell me where you got the money from.
I can save at least 50% of my earnings every week.
You always put half of what
Always
you bought
put
home.
50% away into savings every month since I was really young. Like, I had a paper round at 14, worked at the local chip shop at 16.
You're clearly really good at saving money.
Yeah, it was definitely a skill of mine. I've invested every penny I've got into this property now. So until I either sell it as is or do something else with it, I can't move on or to another property.
Did you always plan on buying an auction?
No, absolutely not. And I came for a quick look around, and it went to auction 2 days later, and I literally bidded like it was something I'd wanted for years.
Oh my goodness, so hang on. So you saw it,
Yeah.
completely overgrown,
Yeah.
and then 2 days later you bought an auction?
Yeah, because I'd only viewed the property 2 days prior. I didn't have time to get engineers or structural reports in.
So you didn't have a survey. Did you have solicitors look at the papers?
No.
You didn't look at any paperwork at all?
No.
Okay, and can I ask you honestly, were you buying a dream?
Yeah, definitely.
Whilst I really get the romance and the wonderful idea of finding a kind of totally hidden gem in the middle of a sort of overgrown, gorgeous garden, it is a bungalow. You can never go up with it because they don't work very well. I mean, you could go up, but there's the cost of trying to put a first floor on that. You'd be better off demolishing it and building another house.
Laura's bungalow was built towards the end of the First World War, when single-storey houses and larger gardens were becoming the suburban fashion. But the high price of raw materials, the bricks, tiles and wooden joists, and shortage of skilled labour meant the build quality of these houses often suffered.
So you're planning on doing the work, and so, in a way, I mean, you're going to be earning your money by doing the work.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
you've done all of this so far.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I've saved thousands already just taking things to the tip. Everything you see, I've done.
Laura took a big risk buying with such a short lead time.
If you're going to buy at auction, the properties will be listed 3 to 4 weeks before the sale. So make sure you do your research. Every lot will have a legal pack associated with it, and that will contain lots of information and any restrictions which might come with the property. You obviously need to make sure you've got your finance in place. You'll need a 5 to 10% cash deposit to be able to buy an auction. So what's this room going to be?
So this is going to be the living space, and then the kitchen extension was probably done in the 80s.
Yeah.
So they're locked in, and they're not locked in safely or to building regs. So therefore, because we're going to have to bring all of this down from this end, I said, if we're knocking down a wall, why not make it bigger?
Well, to be honest, why not? If you didn't need to rebuild that extension anyway,
Yes.
it would not make sense. So all of this wall here will come down and all of that will come down and you'll square it off. And will you come through the front door straight into the
Straight
kitchen
into
diner?
a big open space, yes.
Do you think that maybe there ought to be a sort of porch area? Otherwise, every time you open the front door, all the heat in that open space will suck out.
Yeah, potentially. But I haven't considered it yet.
Haven't you?
Laura's planning on knocking down the roof and wall of the old kitchen, which don't meet modern safety standards, and extending out 2 metres to create an open-plan living, dining and kitchen area. She's moving the front door, but could also consider adding a porch to stop the warm air being sucked out every time she opens it.
I mean, someone could always build a porch on the outside, couldn't they? That
Exactly.
would-
And actually, you've got the depth out there because the house is misshaped, so that's a very easy thing to do.
Laura's also planning to create an ensuite bathroom for the master bedroom.
OK, so this is one bedroom, that's another, and then you're going to put an ensuite in here, is that right?
Yes.
Right.
Everyone said no, but I'm going to do it. So this was obviously...
Somehow, I think this is a pattern for you, isn't it? When people say no, you think,
You think, oh, I'm going to prove you wrong.
how? How are you planning on having the ensuite here?
Cavity sliding door from the master into the room, a large double shower at this end, and a wall-hung vanity on this wall with the mirror here.
Because you are on quite a budget. I mean, you're good at saving, but you don't have a lot of money
No.
to do this. In the shower room, you could consider using sheet cladding rather than individual tiles. It's a lot cheaper, it's quicker to fit, and there's less maintenance. And you can get some amazing products, which is very light, which looks like stone.
Yeah.
And what happens to the door? That's rather a nice door, isn't it?
Yeah, so the door I'm going to restore. same as all the 1920s original doors are going to get stripped and rehung in this house. I think I just need like an 8th or 9th day each week at the minute.
That's perfect. Over the next 6 months, Laura's hoping to build a kitchen extension and get the bathrooms and bedrooms habitable. But her tight budget means doing hard graft herself, despite being a renovation rookie.
So I'm going to be really honest, I am really impressed with Laura. She is a proper grafter, a really, really proper grafter, and deserves this amazing house. Yeah, she's got some steel, hasn't she? That she went and bought this. And actually, you know, when I first saw this, I thought that she must be absolutely mad. It should be demolished. But I think I get it now.
I am really excited, even more driven than ever, and just want to put my overalls and get to it.
Coming up, a project of epic proportions.
This is insane. It feels a bit like the inside of the Titanic.
230, 235, 240.
Across the country, more of us than ever are choosing to buy property at auction and do whatever it takes to transform them into our perfect homes.
That was cool.
In Retford, new homeowner and wannabe renovator Laura has enlisted her dad Martin to hand dig trenches so new electrics can be installed.
I mean, I never had a gym membership, but I don't need one now. Today we are trying to manually dig out some trenches.
So yeah, we're down to the top of the foundation, so that's where we need to be for depth-wise, so the new electric cable can be put in.
I've set aside Friday, Saturday, Sunday for this, because Monday and Tuesday is when National Grid and Severn Trent waters are turning up, so it's got to be finished. I'm obviously doing this on as much budget as I can, so everything that I do myself or with help from family and friends is obviously saving me money. I worked it out last weekend, probably saved about £6,000 so far.
She's doing a great job, and as and when I can, I'll be here, you know. Although it's killing me, I mean, not as young as I used to be.
All right, well, get to it then. I'll get you a sausage roll at lunchtime.
Off you go.
Property auctions can be a way of finding interesting buildings that wouldn't normally be on the open market.
For example, properties with a heritage status or that have been open to the public. Just like this former library in Stoke-on-Trent, where the average price for a residential property is £150,000. In the basement is a treasure trove of hundreds of decorative Victorian tiles. Now Grade 2 listed, the building has been used as offices and a meditation centre, but has stood empty for 3 years. Its new owner is Tarek, an IT teacher and father of 5 with a passion for renovation.
I've always been interested in property. I can remember being 12 years old and the ceiling in our living room fell down. So my dad got someone local to come and fix it. And I sat there watching him every single day. I was fascinated that a human done this. In my head, I thought a robot comes and does this. And that was it. That was the beginning. I first came aware of the old Stoke Library when I was driving past and it had a for sale sign on there. And I thought, oh, what a beautiful building. So I inquired at the auction at that point. Guide price of 300,000, which, to be honest, was outside of my reach. But I did keep following progress on the library, and then it didn't sell. So I thought, oh, OK, so maybe I've got an opportunity here. Anyway, it came back to auction at the guide price of 150, which I was shocked. So that's when I thought, right, I've got to give it a go.
Tarek rang up the auction house and offered the £150,000 guide price, and the vendor agreed, which is something you can always try before the auction or after if it fails to sell. He now has a budget of just £50,000 from savings and loans to transform this neglected landmark into a wedding venue with a cafe in the basement.
want to do my own business venture, something towards my retirement maybe. But at the same time, I want the community to benefit as well. I want it all hustling and bustling again because I think it's such a beautiful building. It's just such a shame that it's locked up. So the plan is to get the upstairs venue up and running first. And once we've got that going, we'll generate an income from there, which will help me fund downstairs, hopefully to get the cafe to a decent standard.
Transforming a building to run as a business comes with lots of hidden costs. This is Tariq's first venture of this kind, and with 2 wedding bookings already in the bag, he needs to get going.
What can I say? This is insane. It feels a bit like the inside of the Titanic, or what I imagine it was like. So what are your plans for this floor up here?
The plan is to make a bridal stroke VIP suite there. That's going to be all glass, so you can look down.
Be really expensive.
I know.
Why would the bride and groom want to be in a glass box? I would really question whether it's worth an enormous amount of money, which it will be, in having huge sheets of glass there, which will have to be safety glass.
Yeah,
it will
absolutely.
cost thousands doing that.
I've thought long and hard about this. I really have.
I bet you have.
And believe it or not, that's one of the reasons I haven't built the partition wall yet.
Okay.
Or ordered the glass, because
because you're not 100%.
I'm not 100% sure.
So you've got 2 weddings booked so far, but how long have you got before that?
2 months.
2 months?
2 months.
8 weeks, that is.
8 weeks.
8 weeks until they have a wedding here.
So I'm hoping within the next 4 to 5 weeks we are 95% done up here.
Good. The thing about weddings is that you get a couple of bookings, great. Also, it has to be perfect,
Yes.
because for weddings it's all about the Instagram shot.
Absolutely.
So it's all about the photos. So you need to have, it needs to be so good for a wedding.
Absolutely.
Great. Well, will you show me around? What's this going to look like? What's it going to be?
So this will be the main function of the building. Anyone booking it, this was where they'll have the main event.
You've got crates of chandeliers.
The chandeliers, I mean, that was like my big thing. I mean, they are humongous. They're like 1.5 metres by 1.5 metres each. And I bought 5 chandeliers in total. So I think I've got carried away a little bit, but that's the purpose.
I mean, don't worry about everything else, just the
chandeliers.
Where did you buy them from?
Well, I actually got them direct from China.
How much were they?
In total, it cost me about 8,500
For
5 chandeliers,
5
which
chandeliers.
I think isn't bad.
And are you going to put these together yourself?
I certainly am.
And are
That
you going
is the
to
plan.
pull them up yourself?
That's the plan. And these are the instructions, so you can imagine that's all I've got to work with.
That?
Yeah, absolutely. So that's going to be interesting.
I am so glad I'm not here doing this. So this is the lower ground floor. What amazing tiles.
Yeah, absolutely.
So this is why it's listed, presumably.
Yeah.
So this is Minton tiles, which were mass-produced at the time and cheap as chips, really. And now, of course, it's shut, pottery. They don't make them anymore, and now here they sit.
The tiles are original block-printed ceramics, often with medieval-inspired pictures, made by the local Minton pottery in the 1870s.
Some things need to be preserved, and this is one of those things. And that's what our aim is, because they're beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
So what's the plan down here?
Well, down here, the plan is to have a cafe stroke library, bookshop, just to keep the building in theme of what it originally was.
When I look at the whole of your project, I look at it and think, OK, the key thing is you have to keep your costs really low, because I'm not sure your income's going to be really high to cover the costs. I think you're completely
Really?
mad to have bought it, but you've got to sell a lot of coffee and have lots of weddings, but...
No, I do wonder sometimes. I'm putting all my eggs in one basket here,
But you know what? I love a dreamer, and if you don't dream, nothing happens.
Oh, absolutely. I'm not going to give up.
Tariq's ambitious budget and time frame of the upstairs being perfectly wedding ready in just 8 weeks, whilst potentially building a giant glass box as a bridal area, does leave me wondering whether this is the business opportunity he thinks it is.
This is a very iconic building, and I do get why Tariq bought it, but the truth is, I think if it hadn't started at 300,000, he wouldn't have thought he was getting such a bargain at 150,000. And time will tell whether he got a bargain or not.
The great thing about auction properties is that it's the buyers on the day who decide the value. In Norwich, at Auction House East Anglia, auctioneer Chris Bailey and the team are gearing up for their monthly live-streamed sale, where they usually sell around £12 million worth of property.
So today, 124 lots. There are some great little properties where we've got a good number of bidders registered, both residential, commercial, and in fact some land as well.
Auction houses are seeing strong demand for plots of land, which are hard to value and regularly outperform their guide price. Buyers can be unpredictable.
The most popular piece of land that we've got in this auction is at Clacton, just off Eaton Road. It's a piece of land that's previously had a number of garages on it, and for some reason it has garnered an enormous amount of interest. We've had in excess of 75 people looking at the legal pack, but that one, lot number 64A, is going to be an absolute cracker, I think.
I want to get on with today's auction. That's what it's all about. And if you're a purchaser today, I hope you secure the property you want.
This popular lot was bought in by auction agent Mark Willett, who's hoping to make the seller some money today.
She was, at the time, negotiating with a prospective purchaser privately, a princely sum of £5,000. It came to me, I looked at it and said, I'm sure we'll do better. I went to see it. I wasn't too inspired, I'll be honest with you. It's a pretty ropey little bit of land, but I knew how well little pieces of land do at auction. The outline in red there, the triangular plot, that is what we're selling. The area in blue is a right of way, so that has to be kept clear, which prevents anybody from developing the whole site. We put it into the auction at £10,000 to £15,000, and it's fair to say the phone has rung off the hook since.
Even small, awkward pieces of land may hold surprising value, as long as there's some development potential. Like this lot, which comes with tons of fly-tipped, contaminated waste. But the 24 dilapidated garages could, at the very least, offer a business opportunity for an area that's short on parking.
This is now lot 64A going on at the moment. This is the land that's in Clacton. We've got 28 people bidding online. I've got 4 telephone operators as well doing. So we've got over 30 people bidding.
Let's start with the proxy bidding at £15,000.
The guide price of £15,000 is just that, a guide. It's set by the auction house at the lower end of what they think it will sell for. But once the competition kicks in, that tempting figure can shoot up quickly.
23 bid, thank you. 31.
The bidding is taking place both online and over the phone.
35.
The amount of interest in this property has been huge, so we'll see where it goes.
55 bid, 56, 56 bid, 57.
60,000 has now come up. That's now 3 times the top of the guide.
Lovely auction lot. 87 back from Mr. D, 88. Anyone at 88,000? Trumped again by Mr. D at 91. We're going to sell at £91,000. Gavel's up. Gavel's falling.
91,000. I think he's going to put the hammer down.
When the gavel comes down, the contract is binding and the deposit is due.
Last chance. All done. Sold. Well done.
91,000. Gets a round of applause from the team and the management as well.
Thank you.
A dramatic final price isn't unusual, but with the right-of-way restrictions limiting development potential on this piece of land, let's hope the buyer has read the small print. Back in Retford, care worker Laura has taken a week off work for an important stage, the extension.
Annual leave. Most people would take an holiday. I take annual leave to come in labour.
After doing the demolition stage on her own, Laura's secret weapon, her builder brother Tom, has suddenly had a week come free. So Laura is pivoting her schedule, aiming to complete the kitchen first and the rest of the house later.
My brother wasn't going to be able to fit us in just because he's so busy, but luckily for me, he's had a bit of movement and somebody's cancelled a job. Fantastic, so it gives him 5 days to do a couple of weeks' worth of work. So which is why me and Dad are here, doing as much as we can to get it done.
The team are creating new foundations so they can start laying concrete blocks.
They've already told me how many tea breaks can we have and what time's lunch, because I think I am driving a hard ship.
My initial thoughts when she showed me the photographs, I said, look, Laura, it's too big of a project. It's your first project, you know, let's start realistic, and if you enjoy it and you know, we'll go again, don't you? But obviously she likes to jump in at the deep end, but I'll give her a due. She's not scared of a challenge. And she's certainly, you know, holding her own.
So the entire project I'm doing on the absolute budget. I'm doing everything I can myself. I'm even buying products myself. So even when I'm getting plumbers in, I'm going to the building merch, I'm buying the copper pipe myself so that I'm taking out that 10% that everyone's popping on everything. It means more pressure for me, but it means more savings in the end. I'm getting tired, but I'm loving it. I love every second of it. So first tea break, but they deserve it, so well done, everyone.
I didn't know we had a kettle ride, did you?
Coming up, a demolition dilemma.
Shall we knock the thing down or shall we build brand new? There's pros and cons for both, and we don't want to get it wrong.
I'm following homeowners from around the UK who have bought at auction and are now hard at work realising their property dreams.
In Stoke, DIY enthusiast Tarek is restoring the library in keeping with its Victorian heritage, bathroom included.
These are reclaimed bricks, which are fitting for the building. They were originally in a similar sort of area, which I found online. So, fantastic, that was a good result.
Meanwhile, 80 miles away in Retford, whilst the bedrooms and bathrooms have taken a back seat, Laura is concentrating on the kitchen extension. Some of the existing walls are being kept and tied into the new brickwork, but the extension itself is being built from concrete blocks and will be rendered, which is quicker and cheaper than brick. It's good to see a porch is being added to prevent letting out the warm air, which has also helped to solve the problem of where Laura can put her lovely 1920s door.
So this is the original front door, which I loved. I had it stripped, it didn't come back in that good a condition. Because the porch is going on, it's come back into play, so it's going to be painted.
The build well underway, Laura's sent me an update.
So things have changed massively here. So here we are, the abandoned bungalow. We've just started bricking up the front door, so exciting. So the boys have been very busy this week. We've got our bifold area there, new walls, and the front door is going to be here. So I might not have a bedroom and a bathroom to show you, but we might have a kitchen to show you in a few weeks.
She works so hard, Laura, and she's going to end up with a really lovely house. I still think she might have been better off demolishing it and starting again, but she's enjoying the journey, and that's what life's about, isn't it?
Buying a property at auction can give you options. Working with what you've got, like Laura, or demolishing and building your dream home. This is the conundrum for Luke, Sarah and their daughter Freya, who relocated from London to Norfolk to be close to Sarah's family and are currently living in a rental. After inheriting some money, they bought a derelict 3-bed detached property on a decent-sized plot in the picturesque village of Blowfield. But it comes with a reputation. It's been dubbed Norfolk's creepiest house by a local newspaper who saw the police tape and ominous signs after it failed to sell at auction. Luke and Sarah saw this as an opportunity, but they can't decide whether to knock it down and build a brand new house or renovate the existing one.
There are pros and cons to rebuilding or renovating. If you build from scratch, you can save the cost of the VAT on materials and labour. On the other hand, if you renovate, you can save a load of cash by doing a lot of the work yourself, if you're prepared to get your hands dirty.
In Luke and Sarah's case, there's a lot to consider.
And you bought it in auction.
Correct.
Were you only looking for houses that were for sale in auction?
No, we did a complete U-turn. We'd actually been looking at new builds, thinking, oh, let's relocate, we'll get a shiny new, turn the key, move in.
And that's what you bought?
Yeah.
Why didn't you buy off plan then?
So I feel like they never quite ticked the box for how much money they were.
What did you end up buying it for?
We bought it for £276,000.
So how much had you worked out you could spend?
When we looked at our budget originally, we wanted to move here. It was about £600,000 we were originally looking at.
OK, so you had a budget of about £600,000. So what's the vision with this?
I think that's why we kind of really want your expert advice. Originally, knock it down, put a brand new up exactly as we want it. The big laundry room, the big doors out onto the garden, the kitchen island, exactly as we want.
Question mark I'd have on that is that the numbers at 275, that's quite tight to
build a house.
Absolutely. If we stick with that 600 budget, it makes it hard work.
What's it like inside?
You haven't been in. I had to
You haven't been in?
No, not yet.
Hey, let's go in. Oh my God, how exciting. That's brilliant.
If you're thinking of renovating rather than demolishing, these are the main points to look out for. A straight roof line, no bowed walls or visible cracks, and no signs of chronic damp or rot.
Okay, so just a bedroom.
Real shame. Quite like the curtains.
It smells of damp and bat.
Yeah.
Someone has come along and smashed everything, haven't they?
Yeah.
It's actually really nice. Do you think? I mean, I know it's a bit smelly.
It needs some love.
And the windows are not in bad condition.
No, they're okay.
They're quite good windows.
There is actually a leak, so I probably should have come in it.
Well, do you know, it's an amazing building. I do think it's a great plot. I've got to say, I don't think this house is that bad. I don't think it's a scary house at all. I think it's really cool.
Okay.
My gut feeling, I'm going to be really honest, if I was you, I'd refurbish this and live in it for a bit. The amount that you've paid for this, you don't have enough money to build the house of your dreams. You could refurbish this in like 8-12 weeks and move into it, and then you'd be in. And then you could go for planning. There's a lot of paperwork and red tape that comes with building a house that it's absolutely essential you get right.
Yeah.
And if you don't get it right, it can really bite you.
I think my heart's still knocking it down, moving it back, extending it and making it our family home for the next 25 years.
Whereas I think I might be more inclined to speak to our architect to maybe look at a drawing of what this could look like renovated, because at the minute I can't see it.
I can see this being a really happy family home, so whether you live in this or whether you live in something else, I think it's going to be good. I think this was a pretty impulsive purchase of Luke and Sarah's, but I think it was a mixture of emotional, financial and practical reasons that they did. And it's an amazing plot. Which way they go as to whether they live in this or pull it down and start again, who knows?
In Stoke, Tarek's hoping a classy bathroom will be a selling point for his event space, with custom colour-matched tiles that are taking a bite out of his budget.
I haven't seen these apart from when I first sort of tried to place an order, so I'm hoping these will match the ones downstairs in our basement. Oh, that does look good. Moss green, specifically. These tiles, I think, cost me just about £600 in total. So they're very expensive for the small area that I'm doing in comparison to plain white tiles. Well, I just want to keep as much of the theme of the building. Here we go. So, moment of truth. I mean, these tiles are over 100 years old, so trying to match these is not going to be easy. But let's have a look. Ooh, they're not far off, are they? I can live with that. That is beautiful. Oh, I'm so glad.
Tarek may be a dab hand at DIY, but tiling is notoriously time-consuming.
The hardest bit is getting the levels. I mean, it's painful doing them as well, because that's taken me about 4 hours, just that section, because they're small, they're meticulous, they're little tiles. So that is really something I'm going to have to counter in now for the rest of the project, because I was hoping I'd have this done in a couple of days, but that's not going to happen.
Now, a month into his project and back to work teaching, Tarek sent me an update.
Let's see how he's getting on.
Yeah, so here we are, sanding all the banisters ready for our coats of paint underneath. And the flooring, yeah, we are going for the same oak laminate you'll see upstairs. I really wanted to go for oak stairs, but it's too expensive. On to The main balcony area, as you can see, we have started the flooring. We eventually decided to knock the partition through. I think it does make sense. There's so much more light now.
Oh, that is much better now it's all open.
Bit of a nightmare. I've had to cancel a couple of bookings. It's just not going to happen. I'm so behind. A lot of it's to do with materials and just getting the workforce in. And with me being back at work, it's actually really impacting.
Tarek had a £50,000 budget, which was painfully small and was really a redecoration budget. And he hasn't finished and he hasn't got an event booked in. I think it's fair to say he has bitten off more than he can chew. I would say he needs to break this project down into smaller bite-sized chunks and get a little bit of it generating an income so that he can then expand out into the other areas.
Coming up, is there finally hope for Tarek to start generating an income?
I just hope we pull it off. It's going to be some late nights.
In Stoke, the pressure is back on for college lecturer Tarek, who's organised a publicity event in 4 weeks' time, hoping to encourage some bookings and start making an income.
This is probably the 65th can, which sounds like a lot, but to be honest, a couple of quid a can, you know, it's not been bad. Although my budget, which I've hit almost, I don't know what to say. I mean, I'm up to £70,000 now, 70 grand. I mean, I had a budget of 50, 55 max. It's painful. It just happens in these jobs. I've pulled every string that you could think of, family, friends, help, loans, credit cards, whatever it's taken has got me here. I'm literally going to be here every single weekend. So it's just full on, absolutely full on at the moment. Done, thank God. And now on to the other 1,000 jobs I've got waiting.
Next on the list, Tarek's assembling the 2 biggest chandeliers to replace the old ones in the main hall.
Right, now I think, yeah, that goes there.
At £8,500 for 5 chandeliers, these were a massive chunk of his budget.
Some of these instructions, they just don't make sense because they haven't got the exact measurements on there, so I'm actually having to work that bit out myself, which is a nightmare. It's like, what the hell? This, I think I've done it 4 times now. Or, you know, there's definitely something wrong here. That's not right. For the 11th time. Unbelievable. That's painful. Right, if this falls my mood, that's 2.5 grand down the drain. Oh, hold it. You got it? Okay. Oh, God, that is heavy. Now the moment of truth. And this is shaking like mad. And I've just actually worked out, I've got a total of 120 bulbs on 2 chandeliers, plus the downstairs, that's 250 bulbs. My electric bill is gonna kill me. The first arm. Ooh. So we've got loads of work to do, but I've got to do it. It's the only way I can PR this place.
With the help of family and friends over the next 3 weekends, it's all hands on deck before the building is open to public scrutiny.
Wow. Perfect. Perfect. I just hope we pull it off. It's going to be some late nights.
When I met Laura 4 months ago, she was busy stripping a completely derelict bungalow back to the brickwork after rather impulsively buying it at auction with no prior research. With the help of her dad and her brother's building team to do the extension, Laura has saved money on labour wherever she could.
So I always tell my tradesmen to just leave a mess, one because they spend a lot of time tidying up at the end of the day and that costs me money, but 2 because I'm not having skips on site, so I can get it to the recycle centre in all the right places.
She's turned her hand to bricklaying, insulating and decorating, making phase 1 of her project a brand new kitchen complete.
I think taking a leap of faith and trusting what I could see this is exactly what I could see when this was covered in ivy and crumbling, and everyone else thought I was crazy.
By knocking down the big internal wall, Laura has transformed a dull, dark corner into a bright, roomy kitchen living area with bifolds which open up onto the large garden.
The kitchen I designed online, so you save a large amount of money by doing that rather than going to a showroom. So left to do in this space, I'm going to be doing solid oak flooring and then tiling the splashback. But once I've paid for those, I'll still be sitting under the £30,000 budget for this extension.
And the bungalow now has a very practical porch.
I took on Sarah's advice when she came, and she mentioned doing a porch, which I thought was a great idea because it's going to help with the heating. It's also going to have a little bit of a storage room, somewhere to put all your shoes and your coats and things like that.
With her spruced up, repurposed front door. Laura paid almost £140,000 for the bungalow at auction and had a £75,000 renovation budget. But once she's finished the exterior, bedrooms and bathrooms, she could double its value.
I didn't want to overcapitalise on the property. Obviously, everyone wants to own a property that is worth more than what they've spent on it. So I kept it really, really sensible. So for the entire build so far, I'm just over £42,000. I'm months ahead of wherever I thought I would have been, but that might be because I've spent every waking hour here. I'm either at work or here, but I love it. I absolutely love it. It was totally worth it. I find it really hard to say that I'm proud of myself, and I am really proud of myself. This is my first home. I'm really excited about finishing the rest of the project. I'll be here pushing all winter to get the rest of the house done. I can't wait to move in and have this be my home.
And she's well and truly caught the renovation bug.
I really do see myself probably taking out the equity of this house once I'm living in it and going to buy a couple more and starting straight again and just keep renoing.
"80 miles away in Stoke, IT teacher and father of 5, Tarek, bought this Grade 2 listed former library for £150,000 after it failed to sell at auction. He needed to transform it into an event space quickly to generate an income. But with a £50,000 renovation budget and a very tight timeline, I was a little concerned he might not have fully thought his plans through.
8 weeks, that is?
8 weeks.
8 weeks until they have a wedding here.
Have a wedding here.
Have they sent out invitations?
Not yet.
4 months ago, this was a neglected building. It may have taken twice as long as expected, but through Tarek's determination, it's had its grandeur restored.
It has been a hell of a journey, but we're here. I think originally the 8 weeks was very optimistic. Sarah was 100% right, and that's where experience pays off. You know, I'm so glad we cancelled that because look where I am today.
The Great Hall is sparkling with 120 bulbs worth of new chandeliers.
It's that bling. It looks absolutely amazing. I mean, it took a day and a half on each one, times 5. But you've got to admit, it's the centre, the core of the building. The partition upstairs, removing that was the best thing ever. The painful part was I'd spent money doing it up and then dismantling it. But Sarah was right. I mean, it's just given the hall a total different vibe.
It's not just the Great Hall that Tarek's restored. The bathroom was in a state of disarray. Now with £1,000 worth of tiles as a nod to the original Milton ceramics in the basement and a marble top with brass fittings, it's in keeping with the Victorian heritage. The empty rooms had no purpose. Now they're fit for a wedding with new floors, repaired windows, and of course, more chandeliers. And all this Tarek did himself, toiling hard at weekends.
I just can't wait to see the public's reaction. It is my baby, this is it, you know, and I want them to feel proud. I want them to feel as proud as me.
Tarek has truly brought the building back to life. But with everything taking twice as long and unforeseen costs, the risk he took has yet to pay off financially.
I mean, to get to where we are today, it's cost me, with all the works and everything, around 75k. A lot more than what I budgeted, let's just say. There's so many things I still want to do, but I've had to stop. I've got to have an income now before I spend any more money.
Determined as ever to succeed, Tarek is hosting an open event to publicise the building for hire.
I never thought I'd see this day. People, it's alive, there's voices, there's echoes. It's a hustle and bustle. Wow. Actually, I've got goosebumps saying that.
A huge desk in the middle, big library desk where we did all the serving, and this is a much better use because it feels a lot calmer, more beautiful.
Yeah, that was hectic, yeah.
The chandeliers are amazing.
It may be a while before Tarek makes a profit, but with only finishing touches left to go, any paid events will help recoup the 25 grand overspent.
Absolute buzzing evening, is packed. I can't wait to get the bookings in, but I want everyone to enjoy it.
I still have 2 more children that aren't married yet, so there's still plenty of potential.
Tarek's got his family supporting his big night with a very impressed daughter.
It's like a blank canvas and I absolutely am obsessed with it. I love it. He's been working here late at night and just to see it all come to life has been incredible and I couldn't be more proud of him.
It's so beautiful that people are appreciating my hard work. I could actually cry. I know it sounds crazy over bricks and mortar, but it's more than that, isn't it?
Next time, with one couple building their forever home,
I said to Michelle, I'll do the magic and build the house of our dreams.
and another looking to add value.
We just wanted to do a wrapper, and it seems that most of them are sold at auction.
We find out what it takes to tackle a fixer-upper bought at auction.
It's cosy.
Don't hit your head.
Oh, yeah.
Crumbling concrete and gangland alliances surround Hatton Garden tonight at 10 in the multi-million-pound Great Diamond Heist of London's Jewellery Quarter. Keith Brymer-Jones and Marge spring clean a brand new Welsh Chapel Dream starting Tuesday at 8. How will they house all their 80,000 pots and pieces though? Drama's here next in A Woman of Substance.